And she says no. It's too big. Oh, man. Well, we'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors, folks. You're listening to Red River Rod
And the Tank.
Always cruising, sometimes boozing, on WBUZ.
The Buzz.
Is it nice out today? Let's go for a stroll and talk about some weed. You want to come with? Yeah? Alright, let's go. But first, you can really make your own maple syrup, man. It's awesome. Yeah, I know. Just give me a minute. I'm still reading. In '96, California legalized marijuana for sick people. Now they count 17 states.
Actually, put the low form here.
But here's the catch. It's still illegal according to the federal government. So what the fuck's up with that? When you buy a t-shirt pack full of like 4 or 5 white tees, normally you would think whoever made those t-shirts and whatever company made them would make them all uniformly exact, but that's not the way it works. What do you think of this one? Clearly they're 2 different shirts. Which one do you like better? Easy kitchen garden, step by step. Ah, the best chicken breeds for backyard flock. Yeah, we'll go in a minute. Ooh, make your own herbal medicine. How interesting. On our stroll, we'll be stopping some people, talking about the Munchies, asking about smoking devices, and generally just getting a good feel about the marijuana culture in Philadelphia. Because whether they smoke it or not, a lot of people have an opinion.
Greenpeace.
Show about marijuana. Because we like it. Now come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first stop, Rittenhouse Square.
Do you yourself smoke marijuana?
I do, yeah.
Do you smoke marijuana yourself?
I've smoked it in the past.
And why?
Why? Because I like it. It tastes good. It's become more of like a stress reliever, kind of social interaction for me and my group of friends. Some family members.
Family members being?
My parents.
Nice. Awesome.
My brother. My sister hates it though.
Yeah, my sister hates it too. And how old were you when you first tried marijuana?
I was about 12. You know what, growing up, everybody was always like, don't smoke weed. They never really gave a good reason. I just wanted to try it out.
Why don't you tell us about the first time that you ever smoked marijuana, what that was like for you?
I had this friend, her name was Ashley. She was a black girl in my hometown. She lived in like the project area. And so she invited me over the one night and we smoked with a bunch of her friends. We smoked a big blunt. And like literally the minute that I started smoking it, I recognized the smell from when I was little. And my parents, they would go to the basement for adult time. And at the time I had never known like what it was, but then when I did it, I was like, I know. And so I told her that I had smoked and she couldn't get mad because I was like,
I know what adult time is now.
It's adult time.
Yeah. Which is good because, at least adult time wasn't, weird or, whips and chains or.
Yeah, thankfully.
As far as the legalization of marijuana goes, are you for or against that?
I would say I'm for it. I think that it was illegal in the first place for a stupid reason. They found out that you could make paper out of trees. Before that, hemp was used to make paper. Somebody in the timber industry wanted to thrive in that business. They just pretty much made it illegal so the people in the timber industry could thrive and pretty much cut out the hemp industry.
I think there's history books written about how Washington smoked pot. Back in the day, it was probably growing everywhere. Nobody probably cared. If you were ever have kids one day, what would your adult time be?
I would probably be very open about it. Not like blowing it like in my kid's face or whatever. But if they were old enough to understand what it was and what it did and they were curious about it, then I would be open about it because that's how my parents were. And I really respect that.
On the topic of the Munchies, do you get the Munchies yourself?
Yeah, I get them from time to time when I smoke.
Do you ever get the Munchies?
I do.
Just one story in particular of you kind of going a little bit overboard with the Munchies, if you could.
So about 2 months ago was my birthday. It was my 26th birthday, and my best friend from Altoona was here visiting.
My mom just went shopping, and she didn't know I smoked at the time. Smoked a little bit, came in the kitchen probably 12 o'clock at night. Pretty much ate everything that she bought, broke into every box.
Specifics, what were you eating?
We made an entire pack of Eggo waffles.
It must have been like bunch of Elio's pizzas,
with all this like maple syrup and all this powdered sugar.
2 or 3 different boxes of cereal,
What kind of cereal?
Like, it was disgusting.
probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Ah,
something along
the
that
king
range.
of the Munchie cereals, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It was literally diabetes on a plate,
Diabetes.
but it was so good.
I want to be the host of a television show. It's windy as balls out. I'm like freezing right now doing this interview. My legs are like shaking the whole time. I think Ryan Seacrest has the coolest life. I want that life. So, do you like to smoke weed? I would do it better than he would.
Some action from the ladies.